check it. Hold on. We're working on our new little tools here.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, good.
We're good.
Okay. Hi. Well, you know what today is. It's Tuesday. Talk About Tuesday. I set you up for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm Katie Myers. I'm the CEO of CR Conversations. And this beautiful woman, you probably just saw her on Facebook Live a few minutes ago. This is Kimberly Alexander of Kimberly Alexander Inc.
Hello.
Kimberly is an expert growth strategist, and we are so excited to have her because everybody's talking about planning, right? Everybody's talking about goals. And so we want to share our expertise on how kind of on the same, in one goal, how you can look at it with two different perspectives.
Yes.
So, Kimberly, will you talk to us about your famous buckets of biz and why they're so important?
I would love to talk about buckets of biz.
Good.
I love buckets of biz.
Good.
So really what buckets of biz are they are revenue streams.
Okay.
And so many of us, we think we need 5,000 different programs. We think we need all of these different widgets and little tricks and tools of the trade. Mm-hmm. And really what happens is you get audience confusion around that.
Sure.
And one of the things I always say is more is never more in business. Right. Even too many clients is not a good thing because then you can't service them well. So more is never more in business. So if you have one program, that's all you need. Mm-hmm. If you have one methodology, one fundamental, it's all you need. Mm-hmm. And then what you do, and really what a bucket of biz is a revenue stream. So do you like to serve in groups? Do you like to do one-on-one? Do you like to do podcasts? Yeah. Do you like to publish different things? Do you have membership-based things? All sorts of wonderful 5,000 different ways you can serve nowadays, right?
Sure. Yes.
So if you've got your program, what you want to do is you want to look at anywhere from 2 to 5 ways of how to serve your audience in different buckets of biz. So if you have a program, you can coach to that. You can have a group program in that. You can have a membership-based learning behind that. Whatever that looks like, but it's all the same message.
Brilliant.
Just boom, 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 serving different ways.
Let's just restate that for a minute. It's all the same program.
Yes.
It's one program, right? It's one program that you can divide and serve in different ways. This is a game changer because I don't know about you, but for some reason, you feel this need to create okay, if I'm going to work with people in a group, it's got to be a different program than I do when I work with people one-on-one. Right. And if I'm going to go online, well, that's got to be totally different. And that's a crock-a-hooey.
I love that. Total crock-a-hooey.
Crock-a-hooey.
You know, one thing is and then when you're looking at your buckets of biz, so just say you have, and honestly, Katie, for the first year and a half I had my business, I had 2 buckets of biz, and I just had I had one price point for both buckets, and built a 6-figure business around that.
Simple.
But you're talking the same stuff, and you think it gets boring, it gets monotonous, but it's over and over and over and over again. As you're building your audience, this is a new voice for them. So I built a 6-figure business with one group training program and one coaching program. And it's all talking the same message. It's all the same program. So there's 4 different ways that you want to look at your buckets of biz. Okay. So you want to think about your audience, and there could be thousands and thousands of people in your audience, but they all have very different needs. They need the same learning, but they have different needs. There's 4 different ways that people make a decision on how to work with you.
Okay, lay it on us.
Number one, budget. It's all about the cash, right?
What can they afford?
All about the cash. So some people may want you one-on-one, but they can't afford you one-on-one, but can they learn various different ways from you, the same learning?
A DIY.
Or
in a group.
Right, okay. But so the more they get of you, the more expensive it gets, right? Because people have to earn the right to get to you.
Yes.
So number 1 is budget. Number 2 is time. So some people may have the money, they may want this big gargantuan year-long group thing, whatever you want to do, but they may not have the time for it.
Right.
So you need to give them different options to get the same learning, but with less time.
Yes.
Number 3, readiness. So you may have all of these great, robust things, and people may not be ready for that level, and maybe too intense for them. May not be quite ready. So we've seen that, right?
Totally seen that.
And honestly, that's how a lot of people come up very confused and empty, is because they commit to things they're not quite ready for.
Sure.
So give them different variables of how they can get that from you without being like, wow, overwhelmed.
Yes.
Last is experience. And that is, I know that's one of my favorites.
It's your favorite.
That's one of my
She's
favorite
so good at
words.
it, that's why.
But some people want to learn out in the world. Some people want to learn on a screen, and some people want to learn face to face. The screen is not for everyone. Face to face is not for everyone. So you have to give these people different ways of how to experience you, all with the same message and same program.
Love
and
it.
2 to 5 buckets of biz.
So now that you have an understanding of where the buckets are,
Right.
now let's talk about selling your buckets. So just as Kimberly had explained, it's so simple. You're going to do the same thing. There are 3 lanes that you're going to sell each of your buckets. So let's say that your buckets are one-on-one, group, and like a DIY training, okay? You're going to sell each of those buckets simultaneously to your prospects, to your existing or past clients, and to your collaborative partners. Okay, so you can leverage by sharing with your collaborative partners that you are focusing on these 3 options, so that they are empowered with the information when they're out working with their clients. Hint, hint, are also your clients.
Right.
Then they are talking about these different ways to come and see you. So whatever your entry point is, sometimes it is the DIY, sometimes it is, the one-on-one. You kind of have to figure that out depending on your audience, but having multiple options allows you to sell that different ways. Right. So you leverage that with your collaborative partners. Then you go back to existing clients, because now that you have multiple ways to serve them, maybe they've only worked with you one-on-one in the past, and they would like the idea of advanced learning in a DIY setting, or coming into a group, or getting into the next level of your programming, or vice versa. Maybe they've done DIY and now they're ready to have one-on-one or group time with you.
Right.
Okay? And for your prospects, these are brand new people. So you get to decide how you want to lead them into the conversation. So you get to decide, because you've heard me say it before, it's impossible to follow if you don't know how to lead. It's your responsibility to lead your prospects, your past clients, and your collaborative partners into the buckets that you want them to go into.
Right. And you can be really prescriptive with that, and they appreciate it. Some people want, a year-long bazillion-dollar program, and they want that kind of experience, and they're ready for it. And some people really, it's like one of my favorite things is some people just need like the $20 gimme no-brainer thing just to get them going. And so you can be very prescriptive and really ask the right questions to place people in the right buckets that will serve them well at that time.
That's what we've got for you.
Right.
How about for Talk It Out Tuesday?
I am loving Talking Out Tuesday.
We high five on
Nailed
that one.
That.
Nailed it.
Done and done.
Well, comment below if you have questions, because, of course, we have different buckets of biz that you can go into. So if you feel like you need some DIY learning, you want to talk to us about what our group or one-on-one collaborations are, let us know. And for those of you that saw the picture yesterday about the collaborative partners, these collaborative partners, 1 of 5, comes with a lot of what CR Conversations can do. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you next week on Talk It Out Tuesday. And we'll make sure that Kimberly gets tagged in this at the end so you can watch it later. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was good.